Previously on Dungeons and Discourse, the party try once again to find medicine for the sickly master. Estrella, is this the right place?
Absolutely, this is the Lindeman estate.
Okay.
You are way
guys,
more charismatic than your boss, I'm just going to say.
we have a tendency
We balance each other out.
to just like half-cock everything. Should we make a plan this time?
I'd
No,
like
I
to
don't
point
think
out
so.
that I full cock everything.
Like the missus.
Should we... Alright. You guys are a little bit slower, despite your fucking
What are you talking about? I'm more faster right now.
recent drugs.
You do feel the effects of the speed starting to run down on your system, Bailey.
Is this like a well-guarded place? Like, is this something we need to be prepared for?
What do the Lindemans grow besides, obviously...
Should we
Phrekmus trees?
approach and
So
try and barter?
They
or
don't grow Phrekmus trees. The Phrekmus trees are in a nearby woodland,
Oh, okay, right.
close-ish to the farm.
Do
They
own
would
it?
definitely be able to point you in the right direction. They own the Lindeman estate and everything on the land, so they do, in theory, own the trees that are there as well.
And they're like friendly... They're just farmers, right? They're just friendly
Correct.
people.
They are farmers, and they usually deal in cattle/sheep. So.
Okay.
So they're monsters.
We need to burn the farm
Can
down.
you maybe take
Kill them
point
all.
talking to these people?
Absolutely, we've dealt with the Lindemans many times.
Okay.
All right.
So we're going to approach the Lindemans.
Alrighty. You approach the Lindeman farmstead. Hundreds of sheep are grazing in the nearby very
good.
green paddocks. There's a large barn-style house, stables, very tidy-looking cottage, and a small lady serving what looks to be warm soup for a probably a late lunch snack. The smell wafts over to you guys. Bailey, you appreciate it a little bit more, just understanding, there's definitely some fresh
What's that
herbs.
smell,
I
Bailey?
am hungry. That smells delightful.
Okay.
So it's a warm and steamy chicken broth that you can smell. Fragrant smell of many fresh herbs and toasted fresh bread as well.
Can I see if I can just get a bowl while...
You sidle up
Explain
straight away and just hold a bowl out. Please, ma'am.
May I have some more?
So this plump lady who's serving up the soup to a bunch of different farm workers that are around. Hello. How do you do? Oh, hello there. Estrella.
Who is she?
She is the lady of the farmstead. So you would know her as Marie Lindeman.
Marie, how are you today?
Oh, I'm very good. It's lovely to see you again, love. Who are your friends here?
So, we're out here looking for a Phrekmus tree. We were wondering if we could wander onto your
I figured as much.
little plot of land again. Would that be okay today?
Of course it is. But before you go, you should all have some soup if you'd like. There's
I'm
plenty
already
to
having some... This is delicious.
You're
Estelle,
already...
are these guys trustworthy? Like, should we have their soup?
Yes.
Are you saying this out loud?
Whispered? Like,
It's like I'm already
Okay,
getting my
right,
second
yeah.
serving.
In confidence?
Huh?
yeah,
You're
like,
just
Sucking on
there
chicken bone.
dipping the bread.
like like a sneaky, like, obviously Bailey's gone nuts, but like, just like a little, like,
Mm.
is this okay?
By the smell of it, I wouldn't eat that.
Okay, I'm gonna decline, even though Bailey's gone ballistic. I'm gonna decline, and just a little snacks. It's not vegan.
Oh, fuck's sake. First they're monsters, now they're serving trash.
This chicken isn't vegan? What kind of establishment are you guys running?
It was my quickest go-to, but just a little. It's not vegan, man.
I asked her how she made it.
Oh, just the normal way you'd make a soup. Cooked it overnight and, a few fresh herbs from the garden and all that. Made with love,
Of course.
You taste it. It is good. It is hearty. You know in your heart that you could improve with just a couple of touches of some fine spices and seasoning. But you appreciate a meal that is put in front of you, and you appreciate a meal that's made with love. And it definitely tastes not just thrown together.
That's the
Tastes
most
well
important
loved.
ingredient. Love.
I stamp my cloven hoof impatiently.
Oh, you were in a hurry. I see. Today.
Yes, we are very short on time. We have a sleepy geezer who needs some medicine.
Oh, that sounds so important.
He's about to die.
Well, look, husband's just around the corner at the. Oh, right, I see.
I'm just like, I'm looking up at her, eating my soup.
My husband's just around the corner, so when he gets back, I'm sure once the smell hits his nose, he'll be around. He can show you around to the Phrekmus tree.
So we haven't eaten any.
Oh, I'm sure we can find our own way.
I'd rather he took you with him. There have been some things happening on the farmstead that I just I don't feel comfortable that people are strolling around at the moment.
What things? I'm still looking up at her.
We're pretty.
As she sort of is like kind of like trying to find words and things, you see over on the hillside a man on a horse sort of riding down, and fair enough, it is Mr. Lindeman, jumping off his horse on the other side of a fence. He just hops idly over. He looks oldish, probably in his 60s, and he's human, so that is oldish. I guess.
Oh, look, here's the man of the house now.
Okay. The husband comes over. Fine afternoon. How are we doing?
Good morning, Lawrence.
Oh, hello there. Hello there, young Faun.
Afternoon. I mean, it's fine. You and the just said it was afternoon.
Lawrence Lindeman, at your service. Here to buy some sheep today.
No, I'm not after sheep. If
I'm
you're
not a
at
monster.
our service,
I mean, well,
if you're at our service, we're after a certain type of tree. The lady knows what we're after.
judging by the company of Lady Dabra's assistant, I'd say the Phrekmus,
That's correct.
just like the last time.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, it's been a little while since you've been on the farm. I might take you guys over once I've eaten some soup, if that's all right.
We've eaten.
Oh, you've already eaten.
Oh, yes, we've absolutely had our fill. Thank you.
Right.
Bailey.
Okay.
Bailey has. Yeah.
Cumin?
Marie's like, I don't know.
Oh, okay. That's great.
It's just a soup, love.
Just a soup. All right.
Why you guys such assholes?
The most judgmental halfling to ever exist. He's like, below my taste.
Lawrence sits down and breaks bread and starts to eat his lunch.
Why?
If you don't mind, we might head over here and take in some scenery while you enjoy your lunch.
Oh, if you're all right with that, but don't step onto the land just yet, all right? We've had some trouble and
What sort of trouble?
well, it's paddock number 2. It just we're losing sheep, and it's just not. It's very close to where I need to take you, and it's just it's not good.
So you're telling me a place that raises sheep to kill them is worried that their sheep are being killed?
Did I say that I killed my sheep? No.
How do you marry them?
Well, if you've ever seen a sheep, you
So-
might see that there's some wool on its back, son. So what you do is you actually take that off, and you turn it into clothes that like you're wearing. So
No, this is made out of soy. And
Oh.
mushroom leather.
It looks
guy-
so stiff.
it looks so shit.
You enjoy your soup. Well, we won't be long. We're just going to have a look
Someone
at the. Just going to have a look.
At the discussion of wool, she stomps her cloven hoof impatiently again.
He puts the bread down. It's like, you know what? Just to
Oh, bless you.
let's just speed this up a little bit. Hey, boys and girl, let's just go and do this now, then. All right? He doesn't look impressed. He's just like, all hospitality has gone out the window at this point, as he realizes that 1, you're not customers, and 2, you're assholes.
We are not. In our defense, we didn't eat because he's vegan and I'm not stupid.
I ate too.
He likes food, and she's
Yeah.
not into the
It was a good soup.
cannibalism.
I just look down on the fact that they call it just a soup. They don't have a respect for culinary arts and what food can do.
They lack of the respect.
They lack of the respect.
All right,
Alright.
what do you got for us, old man?
Come on, then. Let's go. He
a bit
doesn't take the
pushy.
horse because you're all on foot, so he decides to take the trail. If you were nicer, he would have given you all the horse to ride over there. But instead, you guys walk.
That's
It is-
fine.
As we're following behind, like I sort of nudged you guys to like come back to me while he walks ahead a little bit. Like, hey, so there was chicken in that soup. Ugh, disgusting.
And I'm just
And then
on a bone,
and then
on a
just-
wishbone.
and then just resume with skipping along behind him.
That's the issue you all had, that there was chickens in it. Oh, so good. So good. All right.
I'm still confused why
You know-
Brady thinks that was cannibalism for a fawn
I'm not
and a chicken.
So, Lawrence Lindeman doesn't talk a lot at the moment. He's just sort
Stoic
of
kind of man.
heads towards. Then he's sort of this is paddock number 6, paddock number 5 over
Hey,
there.
Snacks. I've had a thought.
Just interrupts him. Yeah.
We've already established ourselves.
You
as
know
rude
how,
cunts, I think it's-
You know vertical strike and horizontal. What if I went from an angle?
You're just crazy talk right now.
Your issue is that then it doesn't follow Langer lines, so you're going to have issues cutting through
Yeah.
flesh.
Yeah, I've had a thought.
Did it hurt?
Yes.
What's
Seems
that man
unusual
doing
for
behind
you.
that sheep?
Yeah. So
You shearing it?
He's cleaning
He's
his
shearing it
little
really hard.
He's killing it from the
Down
inside.
All right. So just in front of us is it's paddock number 2.
That's the scary paddock.
I mean, it's just a paddock, but look, we've been losing a sheep a day at least, sometimes 2. Last 3, 4.
Is there any sign of foul play?
Oh yes.
how?
Look, there's oh man, his accent's gone.
No, you're doing good. You're doing good.
You've
The accent is gone.
You got it.
Keep
you
going,
got it.
keep
You
going.
got it. This.
All right. Look, it's only this paddock, and these seem to be the youngest of the sheep we have here. So I don't know what it is that's taking it, but there seems to be a lot of blood laying around afterwards, and not a lot of much else. A few drag marks and things of the sort, but we've been walking for about an hour now, and it's quite a big, property. I've not seen what's been taking it.
Can we go see the site where the blood is?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Do you have a way of tracking kid?
Huh?
Whoa, he's
Jesus.
very racist.
Do you have a way of tracking injured creatures?
Oh, do you mean because she is a creature that you...
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently they all know each other.
Yes, of course, yes. Oh, there's a cousin
We all
over there
look
now.
alike to you.
I see how it works, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think she knows the Lindemans because she comes here for a shearing?
Jesus. No.
Lawrence opens the gate to paddock number 2. You guys all walk inside. You realise that this is no small paddock. You can barely even see the other side of the fence line. Like, it is quite a dense, quite a large area that it's covered. So the first one was over here. I'll show you that first, I guess, and we can go from there. But on the other side, right over the other side of this field, that's the woodlands you're going to need to go to for the Phrekmus tree. You remember it now? Yes. Very good. I'll show you that, and then I guess I'll escort you about as far as I can go, and then I might just leave you to it.
All right, mate.
Thank you, Lawrence.
All right. Takes you over to a patch of grassy area, and there's definitely signs of what looks to be a struggle. There's old sort of dried up blood here and there, not having had a lot of rain by the looks of it out in these parts. It looks like bits of grass have been torn up in a struggle. Then there's certain drag marks, and they just sort of lead off and then dwindle. And that's about it for this one. This is about a 4-day-old sort of a spot now. This is being the first one that he's shown you. So
Do you reckon one of the other sheep could have done this?
He says after accusing me.
I had nothing to say.
Do you think an elf could have done this?
They are racist. They are a bunch of bigots. Can I have a look, see if I can investigate this little crime scene?
Yeah,
Yeah.
give it a survival.
So we'll go survival.
Yeah. Oh, so your nature didn't work out for you?
No, I can
was
do
wondering
both. I can
that.
do both. I'm fucking good at both. What do you want me to do?
Go with survival first to deem what you can actually pull out from this track.
That is a 22.
22. Holy crap. And that's not even a natural 20.
No, it's 18.
Wow. That's hectic. All right. You have a look at this scuffle and what looks to have been this mad struggle. There's quite a bit of blood on the ground. Some clumps of grass sort of missing from the area, and what looks to be very apparent sort of drag marks, as if whatever had grabbed it has actually managed to drag it. But the drag marks start and stop. So with a 22, you notice that the drag marks are there, and then it's as if they've disappeared for a moment, and then they're a bit further on, and you see another drag mark. They are about probably 3 to 4 days old, so roughly in the time frame that Lawrence Lindeman had told you, so he wasn't lying or making things up or even confusing the time. And it definitely looks like whatever it was managed to grab this thing and drag it off, and it was likely alive, so it doesn't look like enough blood has been spilt to have caused death.
Right. And then is there any other sort of foot tracks or anything that I can see? Or?
Don't seem to be, apart from the obvious, which is just the sheep tracks all around the place.
Yeah. So what I can gather from it is something is strong enough to sort of semi-drag, semi-lift this sheep. So it's not just dragging it right across.
Yeah, it looks like a drag and a lift, and they're not big sheep either, though. So you would physically be able to probably pick up a baby sheep. Like, it's not huge. But you know, they're just lambs. So
okay.
Yeah.
And how long? Like, if just by standing here and sort of following the track with my eyes, does it go a fair distance? Like,
it seems to sort of dot off
Okay.
in drag sort of marks towards where Lawrence Lindeman was sort of pointing out the Phrekmus in that direction.
Okay.
Well, I'm just going to
Well, I'll let
prime
everyone
my
else know.
axes and just start slowly walking towards the Phrekmus.
Just
Yeah,
slowly
I'm
draw
a-
axes and just start
Draw
walking
the
through the paddock.
the broadsword. Not be fully prepared, but just draw it,
Yep.
and then
Just have it sort of.
2 hands, slight walk. I
Alright.
walk fast enough then that I feel like even encumbered, it's about pace.
I'll get out my walking stick.
Nice. You get out your walking stick.
I'm gonna grin and skip along behind them.
Awesome.
So we're walking towards the Phrekmus. Is that what we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so what did you deem from the scuffle?
Your sheep is being dragged away.
Yes, I thought so, considering there's not here. So
And how long did you say it was ago?
They're a smart
oh, it's about
bunch.
probably about 4 days ago or so.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, right. Okay. So the next one's just a bit further in, and then the most recent one was just right on the other end, right near the fence line there.
Okay, I'll go
So-
check out these ones as well.
Well, you're already heading in the right direction, so you shouldn't be able to miss it with your tracking
All right.
capabilities. So, look, I'll leave it to you, and if you happen to find my sheep or whatever it is that's taking it, I'll be happy to give you a reward for its head.
Bounty.
Sure.
What are we talking about?
Well, I haven't given it much thought, to be honest, but look, if you find me sheep and they're alive, then I'll give you 2 gold per sheep. But if you find them and they're dead,
I'm gonna argue for 5.
5 gold per sheep.
Yeah,
They don't even sell that at Market Boyo.
that's fine. I'm gonna argue for it
Go for it.
on
Persuasion.
7.
Yeah, so they're better off dead to me, to be honest with you.
That's right.
It's absolutely fine. That won't be necessary, Lawrence. Your help has been fantastic. We
Alright.
appreciate you showing us to the Phrekmus. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. All right. Well, good luck.
Is Australia? Is these guys always this weird, or has this been a recent?
I think they're just dealing with his obnoxiousness.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, that's probably why we're weird, right?
No.
We're weird.
Oh, it's definitely you guys.
Wow.
Where do you
That's fair
think we should go? Where's she
She's
now?
blunt, but she has a nice voice, so it makes up for it.
Yeah.
Catches you off
It's like
guard.
being stabbed with a happy knife.
Exactly.
Happy knife.
A very blunt happy.
Surprisingly so, yes.
Where should we go?
To the fucking trees.
The ones that Lindeman
Absolutely.
just
Let's
pointed
go
out
get
15
some
times.
Phrekmus.
Okay.
I'll check out the spots on the way.
All right, no worries. You hit the first spot, not too far in at all. You're still way off from the tree line, and it looks very similar to the first. This one looks like there might have been a little bit more blood loss, and there's a couple of clumps of wool, or whatever you call wool before it's wool.
Okay.
Wool
Still wool, yeah.
Right, okay. I don't know, man.
Wool before it's wool.
I ain't a
Wool.
farmer. A little bit more gore. Looks fairly consistent as far as the attack
Bailey,
looks.
what do you think happened here?
I'm gonna need to see the third spot, see if I can get anything else. But I'm getting the feeling that it was an animal, or at least something not human. I mean, look, there's blood everywhere. There's drag marks, but then obviously it's been lifted off of the ground. I mean,
Could have
there's
been
bits
an
of
elf.
wool. Could have been an elf. They hate other things. Anything that's not an elf.
Yeah, that's true. Also could have been a chicken, they fly.
It could have been a chicken. But I mean, they eat the
Don't
chickens.
think it was a chicken.
A really big chicken?
Yeah, of course. Clearly.
Look, I think it's an animal or a beast or a monstrosity of some sort. 'Cause I mean, who would mutilate a sheep just to steal it? You can just
Do
pick
you
these
wanna,
things
Sounds
up.
like a thing he would do,
Yeah, it
to be
does.
honest, yeah.
No. Who? Should we check?
Check what?
Like, have a good investigation?
No.
Of the spot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
The spot?
Yeah, he's already been sort of looking through this spot as well.
Where can we go from here, though?
I think it's going towards the Phrekmus tree. So let's continue down the path. Get the
Not really a
Phrekmus.
path, it's an open field,
Well,
to be
like,
honest,
yeah.
yeah.
Down,
Yeah.
like we'll follow the tracks.
The
I mean,
trail of the drags.
and then
Yep.
we'll beeline it for the Phrekmus tree. Is most important, but I'll keep my eye out and check out what's going on in the tracks.
All right. You guys start to head towards the spot once again. It's probably what measurement do we use here? About probably 500 feet. Okay, so you're 1,000 feet from the fence line roughly. You're quite some distance away. These are paddocks. These are not like small enclosures for animals to be kept in. These are fields for them to roam. There are hundreds of lamb on this property, and you guys start to walk the length of this field. From way back, you just see a grouping of lamb near the fence line, sort of roughly right at the back end, about 800 or 900 feet away from you guys. And you can see them all start to get a little bit
Lamb?
flustered.
Like all baby sheep?
Yeah, this is a paddock for baby sheep.
Okay.
Paddock number 2 is for
Lawrence
for
did say that.
small
Are they
sheep.
getting flustered
Yeah.
at the side of us?
Don't know.
The side
you
of
don't know.
Give me a
you.
perception.
The guy who likes food.
He's like, fuck, these would make good chops.
No, I want to do it too.
Oh yeah. Perception.
Can I go too?
Yeah, go for it. Yep.
That was a 19 plus 4, which is 23.
I
23.
also got 19 plus. What's my perception? 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. So 22 and a 23.
Nice.
Awesome. You guys look ahead right over to the flock. Yeah, flock of lamb over near the fence line, and they just seem to be really agitated and start to look a little bit frenzied. And all of a sudden, they just sort of they're standing still, they're looking a little bit funny, and then all of a sudden they just sort of sharp turn and all start to take off in different directions. They start to scramble. Some go towards the other side of the fence line, others go the opposite way, some are even running towards you guys. As you hear above you wings.
I told you it was the chickens.
And something swiftly flies above your heads, quite high up, does a quick swan dive straight down towards the land, and you just see outstretched bony claws pierce the side of one of these lamb, pin it to the ground. You just hear the screams of this poor defenseless creature. You see it sort of quickly do a quick jab and a quick bite to the lamb's head. You hear the lamb sort of still bleating and making some sort of muttered noises now, and then the creature sort of tries to take flight and begins to try and drag it into the air, up, back down, sort of hits the ground, snags it on the side of the fence, and you just hear a sort of a tear as it sort of tears across the top of the fence line, and then drags through into the tree line. You watch as the tree sort of.
Can I have a quick Can I check to see what that animal was?
Yeah. Well, you saw what it looked like with your 23. It was sort of almost all bones. It was almost dragon-like, but smallish. It was not probably 2 times the size of a person. It's probably just on 2 times the size of an actual person. But it was very bone-like in its look.
But I don't know what it is.
I'm not too sure. Give me a nature or a history.
Can I roll as well? Because I have animal handling.
That's a 6 plus 3.
Yeah.
Which is 9.
Animal handling. It's probably more to negotiate your way with animals rather than to a 6 plus 9.
Yeah.
6 plus 3.
6
Oh,
plus
yeah, sorry.
3.
6
9 total. Yeah. Okay. It looked like a flighted creature, and it was mostly bone of structure.
Big bony bat.
So, and you watch in the direction it goes, and you can sort of see it parting trees further deeper into the woods.
Hey,
I'm gonna just straight up fang it after the lamb.
Oh, you're just going to run straight towards it? Okay. You watch as the
I'm going to
starts
follow
to
her.
run.
I've got me axes
I'm going to
primed.
look at the other
Let's
guys
go.
like, I think that's what's taking the sheep does, and I'm going to run. I'm
I'm
going to
gonna
run
stand
after
there
Estella.
somewhat dumbfounded in the idea that
Oh, I'm
They're-
also bleating.
they're all super protective of nature.
Stop bleeding, I'm trying to listen to the sheep.
I'm not necessarily nature protective, but I'm also like, fuck. They all went for a fight.
Action.
I like fights.
And you guys traverse the field. You run past spot number 2 potentially, just as messy as the first 2. As you quickly run past, you don't really stop to have a look. And the last spot, sort of near the fence line, similar spot to where you just saw the other one go. There's a slightly older one, but then there's this fresh spot. And there's chunks of wool across the side of the fence where the barbed wire has just definitely like pulled bits. There's bits of flesh stuck on there as well. And there's a decent bloody trail sort of dragged
Yeah, I think
through
we're on
from
the
there.
right track, guys. Do you want to hop the fence and keep going?
Oh yeah, I just yeeted over it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd.
I'm
step
the fastest, but
Just
only
literally
because I
dump it.
caught up to them. They were there already making choices.
All right. So you're heading over the fence?
Yeah,
Yep.
hell yeah.
Okay. You guys skip over the fence and head into the woodlands. So the woodlands has had some deforestation in recent years. You can see the significant effects it's had over on far sides of the land. It's a sort of bridging on the borders of the property bounds now. But the further you go in, the more taller the trees get, the more piney they become, and the more pine needles and things are around. So it's got that sort of a pine smell, a lot of dead pine around you as it sort of reaches onto wintertime now. All right, and you start to head through. Give me a survival if you want to try and follow this. So we're heading. Are you looking for the Phrekmus, or are you looking for the sheep now?
I'm looking for the sheep.
Yeah, shape.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to
I
talk
want to
about
save
it.
that little
That's
bastard.
fine.
I got a 19
Yeah.
plus 4, 23.
Nice.
What was it, nature or survival?
Go a survival.
7. It's a 3
So
plus 4.
Nature's
Cool.
law, survival is tracking and things, right? Or like
Yeah,
camping.
yeah.
Hey,
Bear
Nature would be
Grylls.
like to
Everything
work
Bear
out,
Grylls.
you know, what the trees were and
I got a 7 plus 3 at 10.
10. Yeah, it's not too bad.
I go
So,
straight 14.
Cool. All right. It's a very
I
big
guess
mix of
Right.
numbers
we
here.
can just follow him.
You get
Yeah,
no
you
survival
guys-
advantages to Faun?
You guys start to sort of look around and sniff about,
And I'm still.
and Bailey just takes off and is just super confident in the way that he's headed. There is not an overly obvious trail of blood, but there once you start to see it, you realize the direction that Bailey's going in is the right one, and you all start to follow.
Oh, the
This
guy
way,
who
guys, come
knows.
on! Huh?
Yeah, the guy who knows.
The guy
Oh, you're all about nature.
yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, cool. Let's
Nature and
Snacks, I
plants
think
and
we should
food.
follow Bailey.
He's already
Obviously.
heading
I'm,
off.
I'm going.
Yeah.
He's already
You
gone.
can hear the clanging because I got my backpack on now, so you can hear the clanging of the pans and shit. Yeah,
Like Bilbo.
All
Like,
stealth
yeah,
goes
yeah,
out the
yeah.
window.
the fat kid. Have you ever seen a fat kid run with a backpack and they're just like, and it's just. I'm like that.
Swaying back and forth, hands just smashing each other as you go.
Yeah.
These
Red in the
guys
face.
see you very easily. They don't lose sight of you in the dense woodland. And you start to head towards following the trail of the blood and drags. So every now and then you still see quite often you see these drag marks throughout the pine needles and things.
Yeah.
A fairly obvious path, or at least you thought so.
Can I pull my? I'm gonna pull my crossbow out of my backpack and ready it.
All
as,
right.
as I'm running, if
So
I'm
you
able to.
throw your staff aside and like on you and
Yeah.
and ready your crossbow. All right, cool.
And I was already prepared.
Yep.
Remember?
Yep,
Yeah.
you're prepared. You're holding your sword with 2 hands. Snacks, you've got your
Yeah, I've
your
had my
axes.
axes out
Yep,
from the get-go.
and you are just still skipping around.
Yep.
Somewhat a little bit less skip in your step, but
Let's skip.
a little bit more focused than you were
You're
before.
the same speed as me.
You don't see the creature. You just see a lot of woods and a lot of drag sort of marks, and some of them are next to you. They're not. The one you were following is there. There are others as well. So it's
Right.
very clear that this is
Yeah.
what has been happening. It's been pulling it to the same spot or similar as you guys head in.
Okay, but it's
Yeah,
a
let's-
single
let's hunt
creature.
this
It's
chicken.
not multiple creatures. Or you think, anyway. Okay,
You saw
yeah.
one. You
Yeah,
saw
we
one.
saw one.
No idea.
We're
if it's
assuming it's
multiple,
one
to be
that's
honest.
taken the same sort of route.
I
at
think
this
these
stage.
chickens have rabies.
Dude, that would explain the size.
I think these chickens are
Right?
from
And the taste of the
Chernobyl.
Yeah, and the taste of the soup. Do you reckon we're eating these
I'm
things?
not.
Oh, well, you didn't. Okay,
No.
I ate
I'm-
two.
I'm not sure that Snacks has a lot of chicken experience.
Yeah, that's true.
What would give you that impression?
The soy thing?
What, just because he doesn't eat them?
Maybe he
Yeah.
did. Maybe he used to eat chicken.
Snacks.
Okay.
How leveled are you with chickens?
You'll have to roll a history check.
Okay. As you guys head through, a stench
The
starts to.
DM being like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, well, surely we're not just standing around having this discussion.
Yeah,
like,
you
we've
wouldn't
just
be.
stopped mid-chase and been like,
Talking about
so
chickens.
snacks.
You start to smell something, and it's not a pleasant smell. Through the pine needles and the smell of moss and the smell of the winter air,
Bailey.
you start to smell something a little bit worse off.
Kevin.
It smells like decay. It smells like blood. It smells like death, basically, is what you're smelling. And the further in you follow these tracks, the filthier this smell becomes.
I'm gonna slow my roll a little bit, and I'm gonna be like, "Hang on, guys, we're getting close to something.
All right.
Just, we'll chill. We'll start to carefully approach wherever the smell."
Yep. Nice. Okay. You head into a little bit of an opening. You see it sort of coming up. Sort of dirt sort of mixed around the place. Not any trees and nothing being knocked down either. Just a bit of a clearing. One large tree just sort of very obviously in front of you. One person would recognize this tree quite well, as she's been here a couple of times. Not frequently, because you generally do have a fairly decent supply of this stuff.
Is it a fucking huge tree? Like, is it a big tree?
It's a pretty big tree. Yeah. It's a fairly different looking tree too. So for the most part, this has been pines all the way through this forest. This tree stands out on its own accord.
It's beautiful.
As you approach the clearing, you're at the edge of the clearing now, which is where I'll leave you guys.
Next time on Dungeons and Discourse, we delve into the mystery of the missing sheep and maybe look for that root thing or something like that.